And my colleague Molly Gambhir, of course, is joining us with more updates. Over to you, Molly.
Right, Saleh, these are the details that are just trickling in. Remember, just a short while back, we played out for our viewers what the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had said, not mincing any words, talking about how Israeli attacks will take place, and specifically talking about how every target, how every site of the Iranian regime will be targeted. And he had said this just a short while back, talking about an imminent escalation on part of Israel. So this escalation, this attack does not come as a complete surprise. We also then heard in from the Iranian president talking about how there will be a befitting response to any Israeli attack or escalation. And now in news just coming in, that attack that's taken place at that underground facility which houses those missiles. It's also a very symbolic, a very significant message that Israel seems to be trying to send out by targeting Iran's energy industry, because this is a point where we are seeing Israel taking a step further as compared to the earlier attack that we witnessed on Friday, which, remember, was Operation Rising Lion, which followed, which then had Iran following up with its Operation True Promise 3 in retaliation to the Israeli strikes. But those attacks on Friday, we did see the nuclear, we did see the kind of attacks that Israel had carried out. But in this case now, in news that's just coming in, the underground facility that's been targeted, we can just get our viewers up to speed with the specific details that have come in at this point. Of course, we're only sticking to what is absolutely confirmed. The Israeli military has said that it struck that underground facility in western Iran's Khorramabad that contained surface-to-surface and cruise missiles. Now, it's important to lay out for our viewers, this is an important site, is what the Israeli statement is saying there. It's an important site that was even featured in a propaganda video by the Iranian regime in the past. That's what the military spokesman has told journalists. Now, just for context here, he was referring to footage that was aired earlier by Iran's Revolutionary Guards. This was earlier this year. So in that statement itself, you can tell there is a very specific link that Israel is trying to draw between that footage and that symbolism that comes with that site being carried as a part of its propaganda video on part of Iran, and the same facility being targeted by Israel now, just a couple of hours after the Israeli Prime Minister promised or indicated that there will be an imminent escalation on part of Israel. We also simultaneously have inputs talking about how this is basically Israel expanding its attack, like we said, a step further as compared to the attack that took place on Friday. It's expanding the attack to include Iran's oil and gas industry. So that, again, is the other takeaway as far as the messaging coming in from Israel at this point is concerned. We are aware that this is coming in at a time when things could spiral out of control. We've been talking about the kind of measures that have been taken on part of the U.S. already, moving its ships and other assets. We also heard it from the UK Prime Minister just a short while back, and the UK also moving its assets, talking about how that's in preparation or in the view of contingency. But that in itself is telling enough about how precarious and how tense the situation in West Asia really is. And even the experts we've been talking to through the day are talking about how at this point, while both the sides are refusing to back down, a lot depends on what happens from here onwards, because we've also been speaking to experts to try and assess how far the U.S., for example, would be willing to go. We've also seen the statements coming in from the two sides, and very high as far as their intent is concerned, that they are not backing down, because earlier we had both Israel and Iran maintaining that these are operations that are continuing. In fact, yesterday we had Iran maintain that Operation True Promise 3, which was launched in retaliation to Israel's Operation Rising Lion, the attacks that took place on Friday. It had maintained that Operation True Promise 3 is just the beginning. So the two sides, as of now, Iran also maintaining just a short while back, Masoud Pezeshkian saying that they will give a befitting response to any escalation on part of Israel. And there we have the attack that's now taken place. The Israel army has said that it struck that underground missile facility in western Iran. Iran media saying that the air defense has been activated in Tehran, 6 other provinces as well. And these are the details that are just trickling in. Remember, this is a fast developing situation, and we've been closely monitoring the inputs that have been coming in from the official quarters, while not delving into any speculation. But it's, at the same time, it's a reminder to our viewers who might just be tuning in that this is a major escalation in West Asia at a very precarious time.